Welcome to the haunt.
Okay. All right.
We're back.
It's been a long month, y'all.
It's been a while. I'm Brick. Who am I with, you might ask? This is my good buddy Sheesha.
Guess who's back and better than ever?
What up?
It's your girl Sheesha. Let's go.
Woo!
Let's go.
Today, I'm going to talk about some haunted hotels.
The best kind.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I realized that was a little quiet.
Well,
I'm talking about haunted hotels.
Haunted hotels.
Haunted hotels.
Haunted hotels.
Yeah. So, in the first episode that we did of this, one of the first ones, we talked about hauntings in Minnesota.
You sounded real Minnesotan right there for a
Well,
second.
that's because I am real Minnesota.
Wow, you sounded more Minnesotan than I've ever heard you before.
I can't ever do a Minnesotan accent when I try, but every once in a while
unintentionally,
it
this
comes
kind of
out.
pops out of
Yeah,
nowhere. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So, you talked about the St. James Hotel.
In Red Wing?
Yes.
That's where I just was, in Red Wing.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fun. Oh, I want to go to that hotel still.
We should.
We definitely
It's actually
should.
really pretty down in Red Wing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good time.
Let's plan a weekend.
There's a prison down there.
Yeah. Isn't that like by the St. James Hotel or no?
I think it's like in the same generalized area. And I know somebody who owns like a mac and cheese restaurant down there.
Ooh.
It's really good.
I love mac and cheese.
It's a really good restaurant. We should go.
We should.
He's like my dad's like lifelong friend at my dad's wedding and all that shit.
Nice. Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love food. Anyway. So, I'm not going to talk about that one because you talk about it
Right.
already. But we are going to start in Minnesota. I've got a few in Minnesota that I want to talk about.
I feel like I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about.
You might. You'll probably know a lot of these hotels.
Yeah,
to be
probably.
honest.
Probably.
Yeah, because some of them you just can't get by without hearing about.
You
them
have
if
to
you're
know
into
about
the
it.
paranormal.
Yeah.
But anyway, in Minnesota, we're gonna start with the Palmer House Hotel and Restaurant in Sauk Center, Minnesota.
Okay.
You don't know this one.
I don't know this one.
Ooh, this is fun. So,
I'm getting chills.
you're getting chills.
Chills.
That's a good sign.
That could just be the nicotine. Don't worry
okay.
about
Well,
me.
I'm saying it's a ghost because that's more fun.
Who's spooky?
Yeah. So history.
Okay, can we just preference? We're both ADHD.
We're not all there.
We're both
today.
ADHD. And we've been gone for a month because of stuff going on with me.
I mean, to be fair, I welcomed the break.
Yeah, I'm living off of caffeine and nicotine. I'm not sure about what Brick's living off of.
I'm just living off of like 4 hours of sleep and...
Welcome to being a parent.
Yeah, that's one reason I don't want kids.
Amen.
Because I can't do this.
Amen. Amen.
So, some history on the Palmer House and Hotel, or Palmer House Hotel and Restaurant. So in the late 1800s, the Sauk Center House, which was the first hotel and brothel, burned down to the ground.
Well, brothels are kind of nasty, so.
Yeah. But it was also the late 1800s. I feel like every single hotel was also kind of a brothel.
Yeah.
That's just the way
That's
it was.
That's the time of life.
Yep. There was no evidence that anyone died in the fire. However, there are rumors that for whatever reason, there were people hiding in the basement.
Why were you in the basement?
And they were hiding.
See, that's the thing.
These are rumors. And I think this is just kind of like an explanation they give to like the things that happen there. Because I don't believe that this is actually like a thing that happened.
So small.
But the rumor, those people died in the fire. But again,
well,
there's no
it's what
evidence.
the asses get for hiding in the basement.
Well, you don't know what they were hiding from. They could have been the good people.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. If something's going on and someone comes into a place, the last thing I'm going to do is hide in said place. I'm going to get the hell out of that place.
What if there is no way out? What if your best option is to hide?
I'll jump out a window.
So you'd rather die than hide?
Yeah. Because, like, I was told.
I mean...
Like, I've been told.
Well, here's the thing,
always
though.
run. Because they'd rather find me dead.
But you don't know how you're going to react when those survival instincts kick in.
Yeah, actually, no, I do.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
Every situation is different, though.
Been there, done that.
Okay. Okay. So, on the lands of the Sauk Center House, the Palmer House Hotel was built in 1901. You all right there?
That's... That just hit my soul. Real good. Okay. I'm good.
The Palmer House Hotel was built in 1901?
Sure.
Okay.
There's the Swedish fish ghost drink that I got going on right now, but
that makes more sense. Got it.
And I got goosebumps.
Fair enough. So it was built in 1901 by Ralph Palmer and his wife Christina. They lived there with their children Hazel and Carlisle. And Carlisle, just anyone named Carlisle.
Reminds me of Twilight. Okay. What's that? I heard Carlisle and
I mean, yes,
got
but
his
also
image in my face.
That's where he's from. He grew up in Sauk Center.
Ooh.
Just turned into a vampire. No.
Ew.
Anyway, so this was the first building in Sauk Center to have electricity. So it was the hot spot for locals and traveling salesmen. It was a fun place to hang out. Shortly after the opening of the Palmer House Hotel, a young boy died of the flu there. And he is the only known death on the property. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. During the Prohibition, it's rumored that there were tunnels from the Palmer House to other areas in the city.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yep, and people who owned the hotel at the time sold alcohol out of the basement.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yep. There's no information on these tunnels today, and they can't find them. Doesn't mean they didn't exist, but...
Maybe they're there, they just don't have them on Blueprint.
Well, yeah, they're probably there, and they're probably caved in by now, right?
Possibly. If they were not properly... whatever, then... Yeah, they're probably caved in.
Yeah. There is a famous writer from the late 20s to early 40s named Sinclair Lewis. He was born in Sauk Center and worked at the Palmer House Hotel for a few summers. And they take a lot of pride in this. So he was the first...
Excuse me?
Lovely.
Sorry, Ficket.
He's probably not going to edit that out. So, he was the first American writer to receive a Nobel Prize in Literature. Yeah.
Yeah.
He died in 1951 in Italy.
Oh, wow.
So kind of far from Minnesota. But I
Kinda?
mentioned him. Yes, no. But I mentioned him because a lot of people have claimed to see him there.
Oh.
So he might go back
Probably
to his
holds
old
a special
haunt.
place in his heart.
Yeah, and he wrote a book called Main Street, and it's said to take place in Sauk Center. It's not actually called Sauk Center, but everything in it is
Sauk Center.
Sauk Center, yes.
Okay. Pop off.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about the hauntings. Ghost Adventures went there.
That eye rolled.
I mean, because this is the only one that I've seen of all the, like, research I've done on this place that actually makes it seem terrifying. Because, like, it's not, like, scary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. Oh, yeah, because I think they made up some information on Ghost Adventures, too.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I think I'm going to, one of these times, do, like, a comparison of, like, somewhere that Ghost Adventures goes to. Like, I'm going to do a comparison, like, when they first started doing Ghost Adventures, when they were still kind of, like, authentic.
Yes.
And then a recent one, and then do research on each episode of that place and see how much it compares and contrasts to each other. Because, yeah, I do believe that they try to make it as terrifying as possible.
They do, yeah. But, so Kelly, who was the owner at the time that Ghost Adventures there, I think she's still the owner. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. But she has a story where she was in the basement one time, kind of just cleaning stuff out, and underneath the stairs, it's kind of like a little, like, sand pit, kind of. It's just, like, the ground. There's no floor, really. She found bones. She left to go, like, I don't know. So she left, came back, the bones were gone.
I think the fuck not.
The basement actually does seem scary, I will say.
It just reminds me of my house's basement.
Oh.
Because my house's basement, my family house is over 200 years old.
Yes.
The basement, I've gone down.
We should do a ghost investigation.
I'm not going in that basement.
Fair enough.
That it's scary. That basement, I literally have gone to the bottom of the steps and looked around. That was it. But there's a whole other room to the other side. It's a dirt floor. It's scary.
See, the dirt floors freak me out.
Yeah, exactly. It's a dirt floor. It's scary. I don't know. It's an old house, and that basement freaks me out. I will not.
Yeah, I get basements can be scary.
Like, whenever they're like, oh, can you go to the basement? You know, like, there's like shelving on the wall, on the walls down by the stairs, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, go grab us off the wall. Yo, whoever is down here, you better skedaddle, because I'm not trying to see you, I'm not doing nothing, but I don't want you don't want the smoke, I don't want the smoke. Okay?
That is fair.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
And that's creepy. Where'd the fuck the bones go?
Don't know.
Where'd they go?
We don't know. We don't even know what kind of bones they were.
Why
didn't
she take one?
In the basement, I don't know why. I think she was freaked out and was kind of like, I don't know what to do about this, and kind of walked away to think about it, you know, and like came back and was like, oh, they're not
If
there.
you ever find bones, you need to call the cops.
I was yeah. But anyway, in the basement, there's also people see and hear dogs.
See and hear dogs.
There was a woman named Chris who was down in the basement, and she actually got possessed. This is all, like, on video. And she keeps saying, there are dogs here, we have to take care of them.
Oh, no.
And she talks about it, saying it felt like a dream. Like, she doesn't really remember. A lot of it's all kind of hazy.
Oh, no.
And it is actually, like, a creepy video, because, like, her eyes are just, like, not there. I mean, her eyes are there, but you know, like, when you look into someone's eyes, like,
they're not there.
Yeah.
They're not behind set eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is what I think that Ghost Adventures made up.
Okay.
They say that a man hung himself in the bar by jumping off the pool table. That I don't think is true.
I mean, it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible, but they said the only, what was it? The only, known death on the property was the little boy who died of the flu.
Mm-hmm. But some things could be lost in records, because everything was paper.
But that was before there was a bar there that the young boy died.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
They found someone who hung himself in a bar by jumping off a pool table at the library records and said, oh, this was at here. And I don't think it was.
Oh, okay.
Sauk Center, the entire town is pretty haunted.
Should we go?
I think we should.
Okay.
We can stay at the house and
we'll
hotel.
Plan.
Sweet.
A week where I don't have my kids.
They also, Ghost Adventures also makes a big comparison to Bobby Mackey's.
Okay, Bobby Mackey's is a fucked up place, yes.
I know.
It's a fucked up place.
Not
a lot
even
of bad
close to
things
Bobby
happen.
Mackey's.
But
it's
like
not
Bobby
even
Mackey's
close.
they had what? The fire, they had what else? The fire, just what was there, a shooting at one point at Bobby Mackey's? When it was a club or some shit?
Yeah, but
there's so much, but like that.
I was watching this episode and I was like super freaked out, and then they said, you know, this is a lot like when we were at Bobby Mackey's, and I just burst out laughing, and it just like ruined the moment for me. I'm like, this is not like
you know
Bobby
what it makes
Mackey's.
me want to do?
What?
Like why?
Just smack him in the head.
Like, what are you doing?
That made me laugh.
What the fuck? They're nasty. That's nasty.
So, yeah.
That's nasty.
It's just dumb. So, moving on to the actual hotel.
Say you want views. That's all you gotta say.
Exactly.
If you want views, just say that then.
Ugh, it's just, yeah, oof. So, room 17, there is a girl named Lucy who is rumored to have worked at the brothel, and she does not like men. People hear her in the room, they see her in the room, they feel her in the room. She likes to sit in the chair there that they say she gets mad if people sit in her chair. So they just have like an armchair in her room and they're like, don't sit in that, that's Lucy's chair.
I like chilling in chairs.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that room because I don't want a ghost mad at me.
Fair enough. Also, though, anytime I see a chair, a lot of times I think, oh, there's someone sitting in there.
Why would you
Not
do
a lot
that to
of times,
me?
but like in a haunted place.
Why would you do that to me?
I'm sorry.
Why would you
That's just what I think.
Oh my god.
It's like, especially if it's in a haunted place or if it's just like in a weird place. I'm like, oh, there's someone sitting in that chair.
Okay.
You've never thought that?
No.
Huh. Maybe it's just my brain.
Yeah.
Who knows? In room 11, there is rumored to be a woman named Annie who haunts that room, and a cat.
I don't like cats.
I love cats.
I don't like cats.
Ghost cats are a little weird. But a lot of people will feel a cat jump on the bed while they're sleeping and just kind of curl up.
No.
People hear children laughing and playing in the hallways at night.
Fuck that. That is terrifying.
And an apparition of a little boy has been seen.
That is terrifying. A little kid ghosts creep me out so much.
But keep in mind, the little kid is the only known death.
I know, but it's crazy.
They are creepy, though.
They're creepy, especially when you hear them laughing.
Yeah.
Even if it's all in good nature, it's still eerie and unsettling, and I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
Sleep with headphones in. Fuck out of here. Don't play with me.
Moving back down to the basement, there's a snowman. So they call it the
snowman
room.
Wait, why is there a snowman?
So it's like a decoration.
Okay.
And it's like one that will like move and talk. But it moves and talks on its own.
Get the fuck out of here. No!
Yes. So that's why it's in the basement, and they call it the snowman room in the basement. Because
this motherfucker's talking?
Yeah.
I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch. I don't think so. No! That's awful. That is
so
terrifying.
Right? Imagine.
What does that remind me of? Oh my gosh. What's that movie?
Frosty the Snowman.
Frost?
Frosty the Snowman.
No, Frost.
I don't know Frost.
A dad dies in a car accident and comes back to life as a snowman. Outside
That's actually creepy.
Outside of his kid and wife's home where he used to stay. And then he the kid, and then he's like, I'm your dad. He can talk like, I'm your dad. So the kid's trying to save him. Then it gets too hot, trying to get up to the mountains. And then...
Well, that's just depressing.
It's a very sad movie.
Oh my gosh.
And it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's kind of creepy.
I don't know if I want to watch that one. But anyway, most people who have been there say it is definitely haunted, but genuinely not a scary place to be. Generally, not genuinely. Generally.
Well,
not a scary
I
place
feel
to
like
be.
you find a lot of ones like that where it's haunted, but it's not scary.
Yeah, because that's what I enjoy.
Like Mount Shasta.
Yes, yeah. So we're going to move on now to Rochester, Minnesota.
Rochester.
We're going to go to the Collar Grand Hotel.
Where's that by? Is it by Mayo?
Yes.
I've seen it.
Yep.
I've seen it.
Yep, this is a wild history. Like, I did not know this.
Okay.
So, the Mayo Clinic is right there, known as one of the best hospitals in the world. Back in the 1920s, the Collar Grand Hotel opened up, and it was a very unique hotel in that John Collar, the guy behind the Collar Corporation, which was responsible for building the hotel, was approached by the Mayo brothers, asking them to build them a hotel. So, this hotel was specifically built to be a hotel-hospital hybrid.
Yeah.
And it was the start of the Mayo Clinic.
Oh.
So 6 of the 11 floors were a normal hotel. The other 5 floors were used as a hospital. At the time, it was called a sanatorium.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, sanatorium just sounds way darker than hospital.
Little bit.
Like it's
a little bit.
I don't know why the connotations of that are just like, oh. I think because medicine has come such a long way, and it used to kind of be like torture.
It
and
was
it still
torture.
Is torture, but not as bad.
They had
as
no
it
anesthesia.
Had
they had no morphine. Well, they
Yes.
probably had morphine.
Yes. So there were rooms at this hotel that were used as surgery rooms.
Yeah, sounds about right.
In the 1920s. That to me is
Slithery
wild.
snake. That's what it made me think of.
No one's gonna understand that. That was so dumb.
I have lost. Oh my god.
This is either gonna be a great episode or a terrible episode. Oh gosh.
Everyone wants some Taco Bell.
We'll get some after.
Oh, sweet. That sounds fantastic.
So in 1953, the hospital functions of the hotel were completely phased out, and it went to just being a regular hotel. So that means that some of the rooms of that hotel used to be hospital rooms. Yeah. That
People
to me
died in that
is
bitch.
Wild.
People died.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people did. Oh, I didn't finish my research on this one. Well, there's a lot of hauntings.
Y'all, it's been a wild month. Okay?
It actually has been.
It's been a wild month. Our ADHD is off the chart.
Like, I'm actually kind of relieved that we took a break.
It was needed.
It
it's
was
unexpected.
needed.
It was unexpected, but it was needed.
But needed.
It was needed.
And it might be too early to come back, but here we are.
We're coming back full force.
We're here.
Next time will be better.
Well, yes.
We have 2 weeks to get it together.
We do. We'll get there.
We're getting it together.
Moving on to Taylor Falls, Minnesota.
Ooh.
Yes. This is the old jail bed and breakfast. It is one of the oldest buildings in Minnesota.
Say jail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Old jail bed and breakfast.
Old jail bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Can we go there too?
Yes,
I
I want
jail.
to. I actually do want to go there. It's
Okay.
not a jail anymore.
Well, duh, but it was my
It's
time.
an old jail.
Old jail.
Hence the title. So in 1869 to 1870, it was built into the side of a cave.
How did I know
And it was
that?
first used as a saloon because you're psychic.
Maybe I am. Maybe that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'm saying. Just saying.
You always do be saying that I'm psychic.
I know. I think everyone's at least a little bit psychic. Right? That's what
Gotta
intuition is, and everyone has intuition.
Yeah.
But anyway, the caves used to store alcohol and hide it during the Prohibition.
Yup.
Later, 2 more stories were built onto it, which it said that the 2 stories was actually a barn that was relocated and just placed right on top.
Wait, I'm sorry, what happened? Wait, run it back.
So, 2 more stories were built onto the building, which it said that the 2 other stories was a barn that they just relocated and placed right on top.
Okay, I was wondering if I heard that correctly or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, they just went floop, floop.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right.
In 1884, right next door to the saloon, the jail opened up.
Right next door. You know, making it real easy if someone's too drunk and they're getting out of hand.
That was the
they
point.
They can just throw it
that
in.
was the point.
You're walking next door. I'm done with you.
That's exactly why they did that.
That's a really smart idea. That
right?
That explains why the cop shop in Hastings is right next to downtown with all the bars.
There you go. See?
But the jail
There's some smart
is by the high school, which makes
that's a
little weird.
That's a little kind of creepy.
You can see the windows in the jail. It's like, oh, if y'all don't fucking listen,
to be fair,
y'all gonna be there.
High school is a bit like a jail. To be fair.
This is true.
But anyway, there were rumors as well that one of these buildings was used as a morgue at one point. But that's not something that they advertise on their website, so I can't be certain that that's a real thing.
Oh.
Well, they advertise as being haunted, so you would think that would be something that it'd be like, hey.
Yeah, right? That's a leverage.
Right, that's what I thought. But I don't know. In the late 1970s, the buildings, there's two buildings, the saloon and the jail, were purchased by a woman named Helen White, who turned it into Minnesota's first registered B&B.
Aww.
Yeah, right?
Aww.
So there is not a lot of information about the hauntings here, but it's pretty much agreed by people who have been there that it is haunted, and there have been reports of 2 different ghosts seen on multiple occasions. First ghost is a young boy who has been seen on the 2nd floor of the old saloon, and the other ghost is a woman who has been seen on the 3rd floor. People who have stayed there reported feelings of being watched, hearing footsteps, windows and shades opening and closing on their own, and it just kind of sounds wild, and I'm annoyed that there's not more information about the hauntings that go on there.
That's crazy. There's not more information.
Right? I don't know. But now we're going to leave Minnesota.
Ooh, bye, Minnesota.
Adios. We're going to go to Crofton, Nebraska.
Ooh, Nebraska.
To the Argo Hotel. And we're going to focus on ghost hunters who went to the Argo Hotel. And there is something I want to talk with you about because I'm very skeptical about it.
Okay.
But we'll get there.
Okay.
So, in the early 1900s, this place was built as a hotel for the upper-class railroad passengers. In 1933, it was sold to a doctor and was renamed the New Meridian Clinic and was run as a hospice. So, a lot of
people
deaths.
went there to die.
Yes, yep. There's also rumors that there was a lot of medical experimentation done there.
Sounds about right for that time.
Yep. And it was known as more of a holistic clinic. And so there's also rumors that not all of the doctors there were licensed. At least 40 documented deaths have happened there during the time of the hospital.
Just 40?
Probably more. That's what
Just
they're
40?
saying. There was probably a
lot
lot more than that, but for what they have in documentation, 40.
I don't know who their bookkeeper was, because she a lie.
Well, they were open for only about 30 years, because in 1960...
Only about 30 years?
Yeah, that's more than 10 people a year that die, but it is a hospice center, so, there was probably more than that.
Has to be.
Yeah, but in 1960, it was shut down by the state because of false documentation. So, most likely the unlicensed doctors.
Unlicensed doctors. More people died.
Yes. We don't know how long it was closed down for, but it was later bought by a woman named Sandra, who planned to open it back up as a hotel. During renovations...
Pop off, Sandra.
Yeah. During renovations, they found evidence, I'm assuming it's documentation, of a woman who died there during childbirth. And she is one of the ghosts that people report interacting with, and they call her Alice.
There's a lot of Twilight names going on in here.
Right? Carlisle,
Alice. We're getting a Jasper.
Should get some more.
An Emmett.
So also during the renovations, they took down a wall in the bar in the basement, which is now the bar. They found a burlap bag with the bones of a baby. This is presumed to be Alice's baby. Your face. So, baby deaths are not funny.
Oh my god. But I'm a mom.
I know.
That's
I'm
so
sorry.
Sad. I'm so sad for that baby.
I know. It's upsetting. It was eventually sold to Megan and Frank Marsh, who own it now, and they still run it as a hotel. So, there have been reports of a woman crying, doors slamming, the piano playing on its own, and glasses on the bar falling and shattering. People...
You know what that just made me think of?
What?
There's this video of this girl saying that she wanted a cat. And so her dad started acting like a cat. And he got up
I think I've seen
onto
that.
the thing.
Knocks
And
the glass
he's
off
like,
the
she's
counter.
like, I said I wanted a cat. And she goes, are you serious? And then it turns the water on. And goes, this is
Great.
Unhinged.
Oh gosh. Like I said, this is either a really good episode or terrible. I can't tell. I'm too in it to know.
It's gonna be great because we're unhinged and unmedicated. It's great.
Oof.
Oof, Maroon. Oh my god. Okay.
People have seen a man in a hat and a long coat, and they felt a female presence holding their hand while they're in bed. There's a lot of wild stories. A lot of wild stories.
How do you know it's a female hand? That's my question.
They just sense that it's a female.
That's what I would do.
You sounded like a cat.
Oh yeah, don't touch me. That's how I would do.
So, ghost hunters, I'm going to full on spoil this episode for you, so.
Okay.
Because it's actually wild. But really, I just want to talk about Satori and Cody. So, Satori is Jay's daughter. Cody is her boyfriend. Have you heard of them?
I haven't really watched Ghost Adventures, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Hunters, the new one.
Yeah.
I need to.
Because I want to know your take on this because I'm very, very skeptical.
Okay.
I've seen them do this a few times.
Uh-huh.
And what they do, so Satori and Cody hold hands.
Uh-huh.
And they ask questions, and then they'll ask a question and then go through the alphabet, and they'll get a knock at the letter they should stop on, and that's how they get an answer. So, it's only when they're, like, holding hands. It's weird.
What episode is this?
I don't know.
Do you know what episode that is? Because I would...
Well, and I've seen them do it on, like, someone's YouTube channel, too. Like, I've seen them do it in other places, and I'm still just very skeptical of it.
Is she, like, a psychic medium, or is he is that ever, like, said anywhere?
No.
I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to let you know.
Okay.
Because that does sound... I've never heard or seen that as one of the ways of getting an answer. It's always, like, EVPs or, like...
Yes.
When you have like your whole senses knocked out or whatever, and you're just spewing out words. So that's interesting to me.
But you can watch them do it, and you can hear the knock, like when they're doing the alphabet.
But like, is everyone accounted for when they're knocking? Because someone could easily just knock on a random freaking thing, and then how do they get like
stomp your
and then
foot
how
or
do you
something.
get the answer?
So, they spell it out.
They spell it out.
They go through the alphabet until they get a full word.
Oh.
So they'll be like A, B, and then they'll knock on B. They're like, okay, A, B, C, D.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
And then someone's off to the side writing down.
Well, they're just keeping track of it.
Oh, I could not do that.
Because they just do like one words. They don't do like full sentences.
Oh, I could not do that. That would, ooh.
So, through this process, they ask who they're talking to. They get the response, Dawn.
Hey, Dawn.
They ask if he, like, why he's here.
Mm-hmm.
They get the response, Betty.
Betty? That makes me think of Young Gravy.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know the song Betty by Young Gravy?
No, I'm sorry. You're looking at me like I'm a villain right now. Yeah, I'm not as cool as I pretend to be.
Aren't you? Don't you? Okay, cool.
Yep. So, they bring this information back to the group, right?
Uh-huh.
And the group does further research. They find out that someone named Betty used to work there and lives just down the street.
Wait, she's still alive?
Yes.
Okay.
So they go meet up with Betty and tell her that, hey, we think someone named Dawn was at the Argo looking for you. And she just breaks down in tears. And she says her husband's name was Don.
Ah!
And he used to visit her all the time when she was working at the Argo Hotel. And he has since passed away. Yeah. So now I want you to look up Satori and Cody and tell me what you think, because...
Okay, let me just...
Well, you don't have to do it right this second.
No, I kind of want to, like, live in the action, you know? Oh, why am I...
Well, it's kind of long, because it takes them a long time to, like, go through the alphabet and stuff.
Okay. Well, I'll look it up later.
Yeah, I'll try to remind you.
Yeah, remind me. Or I'm not going to remember. You know how I am.
Yep.
But you means you have to remind yourself.
I know. I'll remind you maybe either tonight or a month from now. Eventually,
We'll get there. We will get there, okay? One way or another. We're going to get there.
Eventually. So that's the Argo Hotel.
Okay.
Now we're going to move on. And I know you've heard of this one, but I had to talk about it because I think it's fun.
Okay.
We're going to Estes Park, Colorado. Ring any bells yet?
No.
The Stanley Hotel. What?
You know that there's a... You know what? No, I'm going to keep it to myself. Next time we're going to do it. Okay.
But I'm talking about the Stanley Hotel.
Yes, but it's something different. But
okay.
it just that's reminded me of something.
Okay.
But we're going to look at there.
Okay, you might forget, but that's okay.
No, I won't. No, it's my the next episode that we record, I record, it's going to be not the one that today, but like next time.
Okay. All right,
You'll know why I freaked out.
I'll look forward to it. Okay. So in 1903, a man by the name of Freeman Oscar Stanley came to the Estes Valley to relax. According to the hotel website, he was weak and ill from consumption, is what they say, which I think.
So he was drunk.
I don't think that's what consumption meant back then. I think it was like what am I thinking of? It's a lung problem. I can't think of this word. Oh my gosh, my brain has stopped working. Pneumonia.
Consumption? I don't know.
Not pneumonia, but it's like a lung issue, I think.
Oh, like cystic fibrosis?
Maybe.
Okay.
But he says that he felt 1,000,000 times better after he left.
Oh, pop off.
Yeah, and because he was a rich inventor, because he invented the steam car, he and his wife Flora decided to build a hotel in Estes Valley so that people who wanted to heal and feel better would have a luxurious place to do so.
Okay.
So, the hotel opened in 1909. And this is not advertised on the website, so I can't be certain that it's true, but I always thought that it was a tuberculosis hospital, which actually, I think tuberculosis is what consumption means. So that's right.
Should we do a quick search?
Yeah, see if tuberculosis is also known as consumption.
Okay.
I'm just putting that together now, because I think that's what it is.
Yeah, we already know tuberculosis is contagious.
Yes. Is consumption another word for tuberculosis? I don't know, man. Language is weird. It changes so much over time.
Tuberculosis, also known as consumption, is a disease caused by bacteria that usually attacks the lungs, and at the turn of the 20th century, the leading cause of death in the United States.
Yes. So, there you go.
Ow.
I was right. Took me a long time to get there, but I got there eventually.
We got there.
So yeah, it was a tuberculosis hospital for the fancy rich people. Basically.
I think we all need tuberculosis care, but whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
Unless you didn't have tuberculosis, then you wanted to stay far away.
Duh.
In the 1970s, the hotel was not in great shape. It was not well cared for. It had very few visitors, and probably would have shortly closed down had it not been for Stephen King.
Of course.
Which, the famous story, Stephen King spent a night there and thus was the inspiration for his novel The Shining. Which is the real reason that this hotel is famous.
The Shining. I have yet to see that.
Oh my gosh, I watched it last year for the first time. It is so good.
Is it?
It's actually so good. Very impressed.
I'll have to watch it.
Highly recommend. So the hauntings of the Stanley Hotel. One of the most famous pictures of a ghost was taken at the Stanley Hotel, and it's of a woman walking down the stairs into the main lobby. Yeah, it's such a cool picture.
It's a really trippy picture.
Yes. In room 217 is the room where Stephen King stayed with his wife, and they were the only people staying at the hotel aside from the staff. And there wasn't a lot of staff because they were getting ready to close down for the season. And King had a nightmare where his son was being chased down the halls by
Say nightmare for me again.
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
I tried to say it
Nightmare.
exactly how I said it. Nightmare.
Nightmare.
He had a nightmare.
Nightmare.
And so he had a nightmare where his son was being chased down the halls of the hotel by a fire hose. Woke up in a panic, goes outside to smoke a cigarette, and by the time he was done, he had the entire plot for The Shining in his head. Like,
Ew.
to have that brain, I cannot imagine. Room 217 is also the room where in 1911 there was an explosion caused by a buildup of gasoline from gas lanterns. And the head chambermaid, Elizabeth Wilson, was flown from the explosion. She survived, but apparently the explosion killed 10% of the people at the hotel. And Elizabeth was in a coma for a while.
As one would be.
And once she had recovered, she went right back to work.
I think the fuck not.
And she is thought to haunt room 217, is usually more helpful than scary. She cleans up after people and whatnot.
Don't touch my shit.
I don't mind if you want to clean up.
Don't touch my shit.
I don't mind.
Nope. Don't touch my shit. Touch my mom, too. Amy, go touch my shit.
Yeah. In room 407, people have reported being tucked in to bed. Just floop.
Don't look. Sometimes I don't even want to be touched by humans.
That's fair.
Let alone want to be touched by a ghost.
Fair. That is fair. In room 428 is the room that has a cowboy watches people sleep.
Look, I might do some behind the scenes quick. I don't want a cowboy.
A cowboy. Yeah, you haven't heard of the cowboy in room... What room is it? 428?
No, clearly I have not. What the fuck?
Yeah, he just, stands there and watches people sleep.
Get the fuck out of here. I think not. Oh my god, no. I don't want to look up and see a man with a cowboy hat just staring at me while I'm sleeping.
I mean, there are worse things to wake up to.
I don't want to see any... If I'm waking up, I don't want to see nothing besides an actual human that I know. Okay?
Depends on the human.
That I know.
Yeah.
Not
There's some humans that I know that I don't want to wake up to.
Yeah, girl, me too. Me too. Join the club. There's quite a few that I don't want to see. But guess what?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's creepy. It's... Ooh.
I think I just had an aneurysm.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I can't tell if it's caffeine or I need to hit my vape.
You should have some water. You should have some more water.
I think I hit my vape. Okay.
Well...
I'm good.
Okay, you sure about that?
I'm great.
Sweet. There's also a tunnel cave system that was originally used as paths for the servants and maids. And this is said to be haunted because, yeah, they're caves dug into the mountain.
We should go on another ghost tour to a cave. Sorry. I've just been thinking about that.
Well, if I get this job, you can come on my training tour.
You okay?
No, I got something in my eye.
Oh my god. You guys, it just saw you.
Because I had something in my eye. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff at the Stanley Hotel, and I would actually really like to stay there sometime.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna need some crystals. I mean,
yeah,
a protected. I'm gonna have to make a little spiel. I have to do all this shit.
So anyway, last one. Okay. We're done with the Stanley.
Okay, that was fucking funny.
Yep,
I'm so confused.
We're gonna move on to Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Look, too much weird shit happens in Arkansas.
That is true. But I'm going to try and keep this brief because I might do a
deep
dive on this one because I'm fascinated
on the
by
hotel.
this place. Yes.
I kind of wanted to do a deep dive on the cryptids from Arkansas.
Yeah. We could have an Arkansas week.
Ooh.
So anyway, this is called the Crescent Hotel.
Okay.
You haven't heard of this one?
I feel like that sounds very familiar, but like I'm on.
I think you'll recognize this
Okay.
once I get into it. So it is widely believed to be the most haunted hotel in America. It opened on May 20th in 1886 as one of the most luxurious hotels of the time. And in the late 1930s, the hotel was bought by a man named Norman Baker.
I thought you were going to say Norman Bates.
No. Norman Baker. Norman Baker claimed to have a miraculous cure for cancer. He opened up the hotel.
Where the fuck is it now, my guy?
Which he called the Baker Hotel and ran it as a cancer treatment center. What did you say?
I said, where the fuck is it now, my guy?
Well, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. I said he claimed to have a miraculous cure for cancer.
Yeah, I don't know.
This guy.
Is it a nut job?
Or just a villain.
Oh, okay. He's just mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you know, he did not have a miraculous cure for cancer.
But we're still dealing with it now.
Yeah. So there was a documented 44 deaths, likely to be a lot more than that during the time of the Baker Hotel. It was open for about 2 years before Norman was arrested for fraud. So,
go to hell.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah,
go to hell.
Pretty much. The hotel switched hands over the years and was bought by Marty and Elise Rodnig.
That's a name.
Yep. They are very passionate about conservation of historic buildings, so they have worked to restore it and renamed it back to the 1886 Crescent Hotel and Spa. So that was the original name. It is now open again as a luxury hotel.
I wonder what a spa was back in 1886.
Right?
What is your definition of a spa?
They probably had hot baths.
Because I know they smelled.
Well, they have like the springs in Eureka Springs, right?
I don't fucking know. I've never been there.
I assume
know.
they have springs.
I wouldn't know.
Some hot springs and...
Maybe. I don't know.
Who
never been
knows?
there.
Who knows? But we're going to move on to the hauntings.
Ew.
In room 202, there is said to be a waiter who comes in and out. And there is a woman dressed in a Victorian gown who stands at the foot of the bed and watches people sleep. Would you take the woman over the cowboy?
I don't want neither one of them. I don't want the woman. I don't want the cowboy. So watch me while I'm sleeping.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Room 218.
Catch these motherfucking hands.
You can't punch a ghost.
I could throw something at it.
I have a story for next week, though. That's like... oh, wild. Anyway. Room 218.
Okay.
It's said to be haunted by a man named Michael, who was a stonemason that died while constructing the hotel in the 1880s. He fell from the scaffolding onto a beam that is now part of room 218.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a woman that they call Theodora, who was either a cancer patient of Norman Baker. Why can I no longer talk? That was really hard. Or she was a nurse for Norman Baker. So people see her outside of room 419, and she is credited with moving things around in that room. There's a 4-year-old boy. There's a lot. They call Brecky. He was the son of some previous owners who had died of appendicitis, and he is seen throughout the shared areas of the hotel bouncing a ball.
Sounds annoying.
Like basketball.
Sounds annoying.
Little b-ball Brecky.
P-ball Brecky.
There is also a ghost cat that they call Morris. I love it.
Morris?
Morris was the first official general manager of the hotel.
A cat?
Yes.
Was the general manager.
Yes.
And what decisions was Morris making? That's my...
I don't know, but he's still there, apparently. So that's just some of the ghosts there. People have seen things all the time, and there's said to be a portal in the basement where Norman Baker had his morgue. And people have been known to just pass out while standing in that room. Sam and Kobe went to the Crescent Hotel with Calming Chris and Selena Spooky Boo.
I like her.
I love both of them. I love all of them, actually.
Yeah, Sam and Kobe.
They get a little dramatic sometimes.
Who don't? They're entertaining, but they also keep it very factual. They just do dumb shit.
Yep.
They do what boys do.
True. That is true.
Prank each other and do stupid shit, but also trying to be serious at the same time.
Yes. There's plenty of typical ghost shenanigans that happen in that video, and I might go into greater detail in it later, but it's really good. Chris and Selena are hilarious.
I love her sleepwalking videos. Sorry. Her sleepwalking videos get me going.
But this is actually one of Chris's first ghost hunting videos, and now her and Selena do them all the time.
Love it.
I do too. Did you know she was a hairstylist?
Chris.
Do you know who she is? The blonde girl that's always with Selena. Not always, but they're like really good friends.
The short hair?
Yeah.
One that does a skit with the little people, the Russian skits?
Yes. Yeah.
She was a hairstylist?
She was a hairstylist, and then during COVID she did all those TikToks and blew up. And then quit doing hair.
Go, we're a hairstylist as well.
Yo. So, yeah, that's the Crescent Hotel. I want to do more on that later, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's a lot there to go into. So yeah, those are some haunted hotels. There's a lot of haunted hotels. My brother wanted me to talk about, I forget which one it was, where the twins stay, because he was talking about how it's like all over like his news feed or whatever, that a bunch of the twins won't stay at this hotel because it's haunted, and they are like the team.
Bunch of what? Oh, the twins?
Yeah. Twins baseball team.
Quit being little babies.
Right?
Stay at the hotel.
That's what I'm saying.
Grow a pair.
He said there a bunch of them sleep in the
Y'all
lobby.
Y'all can't even sleep in the lobby?
Yeah, I'm like, that's so dumb.
Be fucking for real.
Right?
Grow up. Y'all can't barely play baseball.
Like, I doubt this hotel is haunted by demons. Just saying. I highly doubt it.
And if y'all that religious, bring a fucking cross, okay?
Right?
Just bring some holy water.
Right?
Put some salt on all the entrances. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. So yeah, those are some haunted hotels, though. I didn't look into the one my brother wanted me to, but that's okay. He doesn't listen anyway.
Which one?
Mitch.
Fucking rude, Mitch.
Right? Right?
What hotel did he want you to look into?
The ones that the twins stay at. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
What an episode to come back on.
Oof. It was rough going. We made it to the end.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It is. We're back at it. We're just getting back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can only go up from here.
Shit, I'm only going up from here.
Perfect. All right.
Maybe did not hit my vape.
See you next time.
Bye.